ICD-9, but many conditions, and depression is one. A patient with major depression, recurrent depressive disorder, without complications, or with complications, with anxiety, with hallucinations, with psychotic features. So we have with and without. There are a lot of those in the GI section, a patient who has Crohn's disease without complications, or with bleeding, with diarrhea, with inflammation, with ulcer. So we're going to have to pay more attention to that. And those are examples of things you could go back and talk to your clinician about now. So if you were coding varicose veins is another example. If you're treating patients with varicose veins, is it varicose veins without complications or with inflammation, ulcer, inflammation, and ulcer? So your clinicians could add that detail to the documentation now, and you'll be much, much better off in October. Technology is our friend here. If we have EMR and practice management functionality that is supportive, and whatever you do, you've got to be on the latest version of your software. The initial poll that Maurice did, 2% said their software wasn't ICD compliant. We don't want to wait until August and call the vendor and say, I'm going to need that for October 1st. Now is the time to get compliant. You really can be ready. I am going to admit this. I shouldn't probably admit this. They won't want me to do the webinars anymore, but I was dragged kicking and screaming into ICD-10. I was one of those naysayers. But you know, once you get started using it, you see that it's just new codes, but the system remains the same. The theories all remain the same. It's not that bad. Buy a book and do some education. Reduce your unspecified codes now